Hi, so today I'm going to share a different meditation with you today called stargazing. Now, it's likely that you have been looking down a lot maybe today. You've been really busy, you've got everybody where they need to be, you've been working on your computer. So now, instead of looking down, I'm going to ask you to look up and look up into the sky. So sky gazing is a great way of connecting with nature, which is really grounding for us. And this mindfulness practice begins by extending the gaze towards the sky or horizon, and then slowly bringing it downward and focusing on a nearby tree or plant. So we're going to use this short practice anytime you feel the clutter or mental fatigue of being overwhelmed. This mindful moment will help you get centered and refreshed, quietening your busy mind. After you're done, you'll likely feel more refreshed and ready to focus and concentrate. If you can't get outside for this, don't worry. You can look out of a window at the sky and then at indoor plants in the room you're in. The ideal is to be outside with a tree or a view, but that's not always possible. So to start with, if you can, go outside and find a location that ideally includes a view with maybe trees or the sky above or beyond, so that you can easily transition your gaze from the sky to the trees while standing in one place. Try and choose a tree that's pleasing to you and draws you in, perhaps because of the colour of the leaves or the shape of the branch on the trunk. So to begin with, slowly raise your head and cast your gaze out as far as you can into the sky. Visualize releasing or letting go of whatever troubles and worries you have into the expansiveness above you. Let go of the uncertainty, the not knowing, the fear, the sadness, the doubt, and even the wishing it was different. Release all of that into the sky, which is infinitely spacious and big enough to hold all the worries of the world. Stand as long as you need to, continuing to let go and continuing to be. You might consider how the sky you are gazing towards is similar to the inner sky. In the same way that weather patterns change, so does the inner experience of thought and feeling. Now send your gaze to the tree or plant if you're indoors. Imagine that your feet are rooted solidly to the earth, like the tree. Feel your connection with the great cathedral of trees that protect our ecosystem and make our lives possible. Let yourself get absorbed in the big picture of how we are surrounded and sustained by the natural world. Now, starting at the bottom of the tree, slowly turn your gaze up the tree. Pay attention to the smallest details, from the texture of the bark and changes in coloration to where new growth occurs. Continue to broaden your focus until your gaze reaches the highest branches at the top of the tree. Connect with your sense of unity with nature and the wisdom it holds. Appreciate the lessons of the natural world and of the seasons. How there's a time for planting, growing, harvesting, and pausing. Allow yourself to open up to these teachings in the moments and days ahead. Nature does not rush, yet it accomplishes everything. Well done. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes and start to come back into the room. Reflect on what it was like to spend a few moments with nature in this way, what it was like to release and cast your worries into the expansiveness of the sky. How did this help you separate from clutter and gain a different perspective? Well done.